In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, there's a new Phantom video gameplay out right now, and I'm going to be doing a live reaction to it and so much more in this week's episode. In the quick fire news this week, few publications have released in the last few weeks the Phantom issues, the Lost Valley issue number 1990 and Collector's Replica series number 42, issue number 1991. And we're getting even more special issues to come before issue number 2000 hits. It's got to be so good. I'm already very, very excited. And this is issue number 1990. Have a look at this. It's great. It's the front cover has been done by the legendary Roy Feldman. Have a look. He's back, baby. Roy Feldman is back. Yeah, boys. And the Phantom is just standing there in a puddle of water. How simple, but how good is that? How cool. And you've got big, massive birds that look like they've just come out of the dinosaur era period of time, and it just looks really, really cool. A really, really cool composed cover by Roy Feldman. Really awesome. He's still one of my favorite Phantom artists on the globe. Still doing it good, and the back cover even looks really, really cool too. But for some reason, it hasn't been credited. The artist hasn't been credited inside the front page. Interesting. We've got issue number 1990 in that Lost Valley Maelstrom Part 1, and Part 2 has since come out, and soon on the channel we will be having a look at Part 2 after Part 1 on the channel. There's reviews coming back on the channel, and it's going to be starting real soon. We've also got issue number 1991, the Collector's Replica series number 42, The Phantom, a cover, one of my most favorite covers probably to come out so far this year has been done by Alex Tripp. I saw the black and white ink artwork for it, and now I've seen the color for this cover, and it just looks fantastic. It looks amazing. Have a look at that. Like, have a look at the composition, have a look at the perspective on that. That is awesome. Really, really, really cool looking cover, that is. The next Phantom comic which will be coming out, and it has already came out, it is called The Phantom issue number 1992, The Two Princesses, and currently we're only 8 issues away from issue number 2000. It's going to be an absolute party when that happens, and hopefully someone brings cake and some cream, because it's going to be an absolute surprise fest. It's going to be an absolute party, and I cannot wait for issue number 2000 to come out. That's why I keep talking about issue number 2000. It's going to be awesome. And I don't even know what it's going to look like, but I'm still very, very excited that it's coming very, very soon this year sometime. And coming up on this week's show, we've got Publishers News, Defenders of the Earth, issue number 7 by Mad Cave Studios is coming out. In the merchandise news, yes, the merchandise news is back with the Phantom game new gameplay trailer. I'm going to be doing a live reaction. I haven't watched it. I have not watched it. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the new gameplay trailer, which has just dropped, and it's going to be really, really cool. I can't wait to watch it. And then we've also got Auction City, more old Phantom comics go under the hammer. Like, we're going to go get an old-fashioned hammer, and we're going to start putting some stuff under the hammer, literally, but not actually. In this week's Publishers News, Mad Cave Studios have published Defenders of the Earth issue number 7, and on the front cover, fans have seen the female Phantom called Jeddah, and is the daughter of the Phantom from the Defenders of the Earth TV show. The cover is up on your screen right now. It has 2 different variant covers, so it has the normal cover, and then it has the cover that I'm showing up on the screen right now, and it looks really, really cool. Like, they've done the art for Jeddah in this series, and it's based off some sort of figurine, must be, or most of like their variant covers that Mad Cave Studios has been doing are based off some sort of figurine that no one else has, but they only have access to like the cover artwork for it. But it looks really, really cool. This adaptation of the character is different from the comic book series. One thing I would like to note is that this adaptation of the character is different from the comic book series you see in the newspapers, with Heloise being one of the twins in the dailies. Now, everyone across the Phantom universe and across the Phantom fans and everyone that follows the Phantom, reads the Phantom to its heart and content, knows that the daughter that is played in the Phantom in the Defenders of the Earth TV show isn't the same Phantom daughter that we see in the comic book series in the dailies and the Sundays. And I just wanted to strictly just make that aware of everyone. If you're a non-Phantom fan and you haven't been following in the universe for a couple of years, or you're like a Phantom fan and you don't really remember the 1980s TV show, the two daughters, the TV daughter and the comic book series daughter, technically are not the same. They're not the same, like they're separate. Just to make sure everyone doesn't get confused between the two, I'm going to be putting forward a question that you can comment your thoughts down below. If there was a multiverse world of the Phantom, where would you put the characters of the Defenders of the Earth in? Comment your thoughts down below. Personally, I think the TV show and the comic book strip would be separate worlds / universes, but connected somehow. I feel like they like separate, but in some way there's like some sort of tunnel that leads it to the other universe and they're connected somehow, or like you're traveling through time and suddenly you're at this like Defenders of the Earth type universe where there's another Phantom, the whole timeline has been changed, and yeah, I just think it's connected in some way, but in other ways it's separate. You can now watch my show. The Enthusiast is everywhere. Yes, it's not just on Anchor, it's not just on Spotify, it's everywhere. That was very dramatic, but it is everywhere. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, or we try to do it on Tuesdays. Sometimes it just gets out all over shop with all the weeks, and we nearly don't even know if it's going to be on Friday, if it's going to be on Monday, or if it's going to be on Wednesday. But I will also be putting a link to the podcast in the description down below. This week in the merchandise news, we're going to be watching the Phantom video game trailer, and I'm going to be having a live reaction to the Phantom video game gameplay showcase trailer right now. So let's watch it.
Get the punk! You're not going anywhere!
Wow. Without the movie, that actually would actually be quite not much going on. Luckily there's music in this day and age. Wow. The Phantom's just beating everything up. Which is expected. Rest in peace, assassin. Hey, there's some elephants. Oh, look at the skull action figure. Action. Skull. I guess that's for the skull mark. Oh. Phantom could try out for Liverpool at this stage, or Manchester United. They really do need his help. Wow. Watch out for those bombs. Never know where those come from. Pretty cool animations, really. It's a cutscene. It feels like 200 away. Just take that gold. Why does this feel like more like Mortal Kombat than anything else? They just be coming from everywhere. They're like spiders, like villains are.
Strikes, lightning stands still.
That's pretty cool, I'll admit that. When the Phantom strikes, the lightning stays cool. Wow, that's cool. Oh, takedown, that sounds like WWE all over that. That's relentless. There is a lot of action. I like the use of the jungle sounds. It's pretty cool. And this is only level 1. That's lovely clear. Done in 5 minutes. Pretty cool. It was actually quite cool. I guess it was quite cool. The only thing I still have sort of, I don't know, ifs and buts is that is there enough per second per minute to do and not to get bored of? Is the fighting going to be too repetitive? Is the knocking everything on the head just going to be feeling like, oh, guess what I did today? I knocked some people on the head and found it to be very repetitive. I just hope that every level isn't the same and it's not all like the same normal punch, oomph, 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 skull marking. Hope there's a good story to this, because if there isn't, I wonder if many people are going to get bored by the constant fighting, the constant punching someone else, and there not being any any sort of difference between the punching scenes or it going somewhere else. I hope it's not just stagnant for like a couple of levels and then all of a sudden you're somewhere else. I hope like there's a lot of, a little bit of variety in a lot of the levels. Hope it's not just like punch, because that would get fairly boring. That'd like me thinking, oh, I might put some music on, Jim, and then just play this, and relax. Yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing. Have you watched the trailer? I just did. What do you think of the new gameplay trailer that you just watched up on your screen and I just reacted to live on the Phantom Cave reviews? The Enthusiast right here, right now. What did you think? Comment your thoughts down below. And you can now get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast2022, all in one word. Whether you are looking for something new to read on an afternoon after a hard day's work, or you've just been sitting inside and you're looking for something new to read, you can always go to Hermes Press now and use that Enthusiast 2022 all in one word for a 14% discount, and there's always something for you to find at Hermes Press today. It's so great, it's so good. Use it because you'll be getting some great books out of it as well. The Auction City is back. In the last few weeks, Phantom fans have been seeing and watching some early Phantom comics go under the hammer. We've got a hammer and it's going under, and a lot of Phantom comics currently right now are getting smashed. No, they're not, but that's a figure of a speech. And here were the prices for what we saw for the comics that went to auction. The Phantom issue 9 went eBay bound. It went bound into eBay because no one saw that we needed to buy an issue number, the Phantom issue number 9. The Phantom issue 9 went to eBay bound. What that means is that the Phantom comic issue number 9 did not sell at auction, so it's bounding over to eBay and it's hopping and skipping and it's throwing itself over onto eBay. So if anyone wants to go and buy it, I'm pretty sure it's still up. I haven't found the eBay auction, but it's probably still up. The next one went for the Phantom issue number 11. It went to auction. The final price for issue number 11 was $2,700. But finally, another issue of 2, another Phantom issue number 2 went to auction. Yes, we had 2 Phantom issues number 2s go for auction in the last couple of weeks to last couple of months. And this the Phantom issue number 2 went for a staggering final price of $6,000. It didn't for as much as the last one we saw, which went for $14,500, but this one definitely had a staggering price of $6,000, and it looks really old and fetched a very good price for an old Phantom comic, which came out in 1948. That is amazing prices for early Phantom comics, and we haven't seen so many early Phantom comics go for this much in a very short period of time. And all of these auctions, bar one that went for eBay bound, were all conducted on Facebook, would you believe it? And yeah, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty surprising, really. You normally see, as I said a few weeks ago, you normally see Phantom comics and comics like this go to an auction house, but they didn't because they were auctioned on Facebook, which is really, really cool, really, really amazing. And if you enjoy Phantom Cove reviews so much that you want to subscribe, what did you think of the new Phantom gameplay footage that you saw up on your screen and I was reacting to it? What did you think of the gameplay footage? And as always, subscribe down below and to see more great videos like this. And as always, keep Phantom Cave and stay safe. And you will see me next time on another episode of Enthusiast.